Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Okay. TikTok knows something is up because I removed her glass from her door, and actually she's going to bigger quarters across the way there. Let me get the grab stick and take her furniture out because I'm not sticking my hand in there.
Oh, why not?
Oh, that's it. You collected a life insurance again. Yeah. At least let me stick my hand in a mamba cage so it's relatively painless and quick. Okay, so here we have our beautiful Midwest Gentle Giant tongs, which are just awesome for emergency use to restrain, you know, big nasty black mambas and stuff. But what I mostly use it for is removing furniture without, well, you slammed your face into that, you stupid idiot. Oh, now you're pissed.
Oh, yeah.
See, I didn't do anything. She slammed her face into the hook. I sprayed water to let her know it wasn't feeding time, and she got fed yesterday. And what does she do? She slams her face into it anyway. So, you know, what can I do? Now she's pissed, and we're gonna have to deal with that. Well, she's got a nice dark corner to hide in here and pout. So that's what we use this for. Hopefully I don't have to use it when I move her, which is going to start now. I do have another nice tool from Midwest, personalized. This is your heavy viperid hook. This one has 2 aluminum loops to support more of their body with big gaboons and big rhinos and big puff adders, as well as big rattlesnakes. You can very easily break the ribs. So this is to spread the load a little bit. And this one is from John Zagel. I like this too because it's broad and it spreads the load. But, you know, keeping big gaboons up high is a bit problematic, especially when they get really pissed off because they mistake a pair of tongs for food and slam their face into it. Hi! You're not going to come peacefully, are you? This is my house, leave me alone.
That is a very intimidating sound.
Yes, well that's what it's meant to be. That is a very... No, stop it. That's a very intimidating slug.
Whoop, oh, and it's on the floor.
Now your butt hurt. There's your tree, go in there and pout. Come on, get your tuchus in there. I'm touching your tuchus. That's the problem having gaboons up and rhinos up so high, is if they're uncooperative, they go to ground. Okay, so this has got a very small hole on this side. These are special vision cages that you can introduce a watering wand or something like that, but you know, it's very nice for things like mambas and stuff because you can simply fill the water ball with minimal exposure. Just like that. Although she's really pissed off, I don't think it's an issue. And we'll just leave this open so she has some extra ventilation, and we'll pin that with one of the wedges. And once again, people ask all the time what these wedges are for. Well, two purposes. You can use them as tongue depressors, but that's a different story. What I use them for is, one, immobilizing the glass panes so they don't slide, and two, when cars and trucks go on the road, as you can see this is a little wobbly, these glass panes sort of wobble back and forth and make noise, annoying me, annoying Mrs. Viperkeeper, and definitely annoying the snakes. So, okay, so that's slug one. Now we'll move slug two. And also, these can be used as wheel stops and things like that, and reduce the amount of vibration you get. Now, what I'll do is, I'll fill this water bowl ahead of time. Now, right now I have a real surplus of animals because my exhibit, the Viperkeeper Annex, closed at the Catoctin Zoo because my friend Don, the curator of reptiles, moved to another zoo. So if you want to see the buzzard and some of the other animals from the Viperkeeper Annex, you can go to the Richmond Zoo now, which is their new home. Okay, so let's move this large, very agitated Tory rhino viper. I know, that's annoying you even further. Who's very upset because she had a beautiful, beautiful exhibit at Catoctin. Was very much relaxed and at home, and just grew from a little baby. I left it in Don's care, and this is what we got. We got a big, pissy slug. So, once again, we're going to use our slug moval tools. Hi, I know, come on, come on. Now if you stay right there, we can do this much nicer than... Oh, you don't want to go in there, huh? No, I want to go back in the tub. Don't throw Puff at me. I know. Don't throw Puff. Here, I'll even get small. How's that? Is that better? Not talking to me, huh? Huh. Don't be so defensive. Okay, so here we'll do this so you have extra air, and we can find the stick that I had before. And there we go. Oh, there's the stick. I stuck it down there.
Well, yeah, to keep it from wobbling.
And lastly, we'll have to put some labels on there. TikToks can be quickly moved. There.
All done.
It's not rattling anymore.
It's still wobbling a bit. You might want to try one under
Yeah.
the other side as well. Can these be locked, these wheels?
No.
That's much better.
I told you she was going to go pout in the corner.
Oh, what have you done to me?
She has a little bit of larger space that she doesn't use because she doesn't move very much. Hello, Miss TikTok. I really think I need a longer set of thumbs here. I know. Well, I know you can reach it, but I'm not going to stick my hand in it any further.
Especially considering how pissed she is about being moved.
Yeah, she doesn't take well to being moved. I'm going to touch her tail. I'm going to touch her tail. Yes, they do,
She was coming for your hand.
well, they normally come for me. The rat is just the consolation prize.
Yeah, I think we need to get some of the bigger forceps down here.
Yeah, I'm going to bring some longer forceps down here. But, you know, that wasn't even close. It was a serious attempt, but I'm normally used to her making attempts to bite me and not the rat. Close is when a large gaboon like that strikes and their upper lip brushes your knuckles. That's close, and I experienced that once, and that was a very terrifying moment for me because I realized that the damn thing almost got me, and it would have been an exceptionally, you know, very, very serious bite. So yeah, gaboons can reach much further than you think they can. Well, at least she's eating. I've taken to try to synchronize their eating habits because the female popped the male here on top of the head a month or two earlier, a couple months earlier, and he had a huge hematoma on the top of his head. It looked like, you know, it was probably a centimeter tall and about the size of a dime round. It was full of serosanguinous fluid. So I tubed him and then restrained his head and tapped it with a large bore needle, drew off 7 or 8 cc's of that serosanguinous fluid, and let him be, and just tried not to get him bopped in the head anymore. As you can see, it's healed up. I don't know what sort of damage was done underneath, but it looks like he's okay. He's eating, but what I do is I remove their hide and separate them physically with some distance and feed the female first over here, who's a much more aggressive feeder, and get her mouth full, and then I feed the male, who's not nearly as aggressive and stuff. She likes to have some shake and bake with her meal, apparently. Go ahead. I'm not trying to harass you. I'm just trying to remove some of the shake and bake. The male doesn't prefer shake and bake, so he eats it off of his back and doesn't ingest nearly as much substrate. Now, once again, people, there's going to be somebody out there that says, "Oh my God, they're ingesting substrate. Aren't you worried about some sort of blockage?" No, dummy. What do you think happens in the desert? They get substrate with every meal. Every snake around the world gets substrate in the wild with their meal. Snap the hell out of it, dudes or dudettes. Ingestion of substrate is a normal process. Yes, occasionally you do have a problem, but out of all the years that I've been, working with snakes, I've only had one problem. And I was able to fix that with a long pair of forceps, a tool like this one hanging here in the wall. I just restrained the animal, went in through their mouth, all the way down their gut to the point of obstruction. It was a piece of bark that caught sideways in a small snake, and I just grabbed it by the end, pulled it long ways, and gently removed it. No problem. All done, case closed. So we'll let these guys drag their food through the substrate and ingest it so people out there can worry about it. I don't worry about it. Well, I'm going to see if Mr. Boomslang, Mr. Foulness there with his tongue stuck on the plastic, if he wants to eat this frozen thawed gecko. These boomslangs could be quite the little evil monsters. Oh, I think we're very hungry. There you go, you got the idea, didn't you, dude? Huh? It was funny. This guy originally absolutely wouldn't eat, and all of a sudden decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat. And the other one, who ate very nicely right off the bat, all of a sudden decided, nah, I don't want to eat anymore. So funny these guys are. You ready to start eating now, huh? Go ahead. Is the camera bothering you? Huh? Oh, I think I made him a little uncomfortable being that close. These are very shy snakes. Fortunately, that's why very few people get bit by them, because they would prefer to run than to stand and fight. But they have the most incredible mouths. They can almost go like well over 100 degrees in the opposite direction, and they don't need to bite you. They can easily tap you. And look at that yap. That mouth opens pretty wide. Let's see if we can see one of his little fangs. They're really kind of small right now, but the adults, they get to be quite large. Well, is that tasty? That bump right behind the eye is the fang sheath. But you're going to have trouble swallowing that when your neck is bent at 90 degrees like that, huh? You're doing a pretty good job, though. They do have very unusual large mouths. Good. Well, there you go. That should be easier now, huh? That's not a nervous tongue flick, that's a curious tongue flick. Maybe he's getting the idea that I don't mean him any harm, and I'm the bringer of tasty treats and stuff. Yeah, hi. I know you're moving your head, triangulating just to see how far away I am. Huh? Yeah, is that tasty? Is that tasty, huh? There you go. I see you pooped in your water dish. Yeah. Alright, well, back off. Up. Now we get a little nervous tongue flick. There we go. Alright, relax. Relax. There you go. Door's closed. You're safe.